In recent debates regarding justification, discussion has been dominated by biblical scholars and ecumenists. What's been sorely missing is a dogmatic or doctrinal approach, a systematic reflection on how justification fits into the broader teaching of the gospel. On the one hand, you've had a number of critics of the Protestant consensus who, for various reasons, have suggested that justification by faith alone is, at best, a footnote or a subsidiary crater, a small piece that need not be emphasized or heralded as a leading edge of the gospel. On the other hand, and in not surprising reaction to that criticism of the Protestant consensus, you've got radical Lutherans who seem to suggest that justification is the be-all and end-all of the gospel. That it is the primary way of defining God, humanity, and the way in which the two are brought together in Jesus Christ. If we take a measured dogmatic approach, though, if we seek to honor not just the full breadth of what the Bible teaches and what the tradition has seen, but also the way in which they fit together and they're ordered and emphasized, it seems to me that we can come to a place where we affirm the beauty and the necessity of justification in Christ, without believing that it's the only question or the only answer in town. We can see that it addresses certain questions, how can I be right with God, in an essential and definitive way. And that has impact on other related doctrines. It reveals something of the character of God to us. He's the one who justifies the ungodly. It reveals something about what it means to be human. We're those who live on borrowed breath, who live on life from outside of ourselves. But it doesn't reveal everything about anything. It's not the only strand of the gospel. It's a part of what Todd Billings has called the multifaceted sum of the gospel, or what John Calvin earlier said was a double grace. The notion that God not only justifies us, but he also draws us in by his Spirit to participate in the divine life in Christ Jesus, that we're transformed and made sanctified by God's grace as well. We don't want to inflate justification so that it has to do all the work of soteriology. But we don't want to minimize it or overlook it or pretend as if it's not a foundational piece without which no other grace comes, apart from which we cannot enjoy union with Christ. A dogmatic approach allows us to honor the breadth of what the Bible teaches, as well as noting its order, its emphases, and the way in which the pieces fit together. It seems to me that after several decades of debating this text and that figure, this issue and that biblical theme, the time is right to bring things together, to look at how the tradition has found the Bible to be presenting a beautiful, glorious, and complex gospel, with many jewels, all of which deserve our attention, our awe, and our worship. And so we do well to take time and reflect on all that's taught and how it fits together, all that's revealed and how it's emphasized and ordered by God's own prophets and apostles. That's what it means to take a dogmatic approach to study of the doctrine of justification, viewing it in light of the broader gospel of Jesus Christ.